Okay, it disconnected, and I don't know if it is the internet connection or the internet connection. Try again, and if it disconnects again, I'll just stop like full on. So if I suddenly disappear without saying anything, yeah, the connection. Anyway, let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Lex for myself. I have to manage myself to have that minor bump.
At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
She's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. Foyer. A few visitors linger in the areas can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderlies, gathered somewhere across from me, is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. A little argument here, and occasional laughter and teasing there. I smile to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've been missing these past few months. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. Hello, Ash. It's a few hours early from what I've told him, but he did ask for a call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offers, so I might as well take it. I'll bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter, personal convictions and all. But honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. But whatever way it works, a free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose's offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. Plus, I don't want to go to the hospital, and Ash doesn't know that I fell down the stairs. A couple of minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, the call finally connects and...
I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out. Can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy.
What?
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out. Can't beat me.
Shit, how loud is this thing even?
Better not lie. I'm a cool dude.
Sharp ringing fills the entire home, disrupting the pleasant quiet that has settled. Soon enough, heads begin to turn in search of the source, mine included. My eyes settle around the small crowd before seeing one lone figure crouched behind the same group of old people she held at the chorus moments ago. He's facing away from me, fumbling with something in his hands. I don't need to see his face to know whose back it is. Ash! Oh, I recognize that dumb parka anyway. Oh my god, I've got a stalker. Without bothering to end the call, I marched towards him. So what happened today? I'm really not in the mood to deal with this.
Of all the times to...
Ashton Frey!
What happens next is something I'll surely regret later for having not recorded. He jumps, lets out an unidentified yell, followed by his phone slipping up from his grip. He bounces from one hand to the other in his poor attempt to catch it before ultimately falling flat on the floor with a resounding clack. I kind of feel sorry for the phone and the floor, but it's not every day that you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. I've got a stalker. Damn his stupid detective senses. I've got a stalker. That's not a detective sense. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Ha! An awkward pause passes between us. A blink, a cough. He makes a face, and then in a two-quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget, while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck and cheeks. In another universe, where we haven't known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day to the occurrence, chances are I'd find that adorable. Yeah, endearing even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
I like the voice.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so...
What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the canary, suddenly checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damage or scratches. Seems to be a more interesting activity than explaining himself.
Ash?
I could be looking to buy a house.
A mansion?
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
Parlor. Curious if follow his case before I can figure out what has got his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
I still don't see how his work has anything to do with what he's... Wait, is he stalking someone else? Should I feel insulted? At my confused look, he drops the hand resting on my arm like he has touched something particularly hot and casually rubs the back of
And
his neck.
I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all. So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shone in my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, even how he often looks as if everything around him is a chore. Plus, there's still like a silhouette of me at the bottom of the stairs. That might be a clue. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person I'll ever think about telling it to. If I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he has helped me, even without me asking for it. But stuff like the ghost and the supernatural, he'll never believe those, even if he hears it from a friend, except maybe if it's Becca. Who are you dating? Me or Becca? Because the answer would depend, the answer would affect me if I were ever given the choice of giving you the letter or not. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of ever being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you at every single chance he'd get. Asheville. What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach. I can already imagine how things will go down the moment I spill a word of what I saw. Nope, over my dead body. Before he catches his attention, I shove the letter deep into
What's
my
wrong?
bag. I'm stealing a historical chain letter, antique letter that should be in a museum. That's what's wrong.
Nothing. Let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
A rush of air greets me as soon as the main door opens. Not the usual autumn draft, but still welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background, whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. Ooh, nice. I don't look back. We spend the ride back to Luxmore City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles or it's at a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way are signs, I know there are things he's been itching to ask since he left the mansion, like why I got a bump at the back of my head and why does it appear to be blood. I keep my eyes strained on the passing scenery outside in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him. All of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead. Why am I getting hit all of a sudden? Why is Bella getting hit all of a sudden?
Sorry.
The glare I sent him was a smirk about to form clearly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. Today's Heat Bella Day. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package off my lap. Okay, wait. Let me do
I won't say no to free food.
Oh!
But why are you giving away cereal bars?
Wait. Soon. It's alright. And let me check the...
I always have one on my person.
Oh my god.
You look like you're about to pass out back there.
It's the triangle. I can't change them. The only one that has changed is Marianne. And the people that less like me are Hannah and Luke. I am delightful. I don't know why they don't like me. Zachary is already at the top because there's like a line. See, Rebecca is not there, but all of them are at the line. Oh my god, Rebecca is down. The line is where it starts. So I lost with Marianne. And I lost with Red. Is it because I called her mom?
Have you eaten lunch yet?
I don't even get a chance to deny it because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly and an empty, gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there. I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after, guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's all like the hollow feeling's new to me though. If anything, it's just one of the things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. Wow, that's sad. Thanks. Then I tear open the package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar. Apart from an acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after that small exchange. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you. Yeah, it's been a while.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really, no different from the typical open house.
Yeah, I always fall down, see zombies and whispers and shit like that.
On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
Oh wow, she's that bad of an agent.
How'd you even know about the last one?
Rebecca.
Oh.
Anyhow, you're hellbent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
Even if I don't have money. He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked right into that one.
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh, the kind that screams, I'm right, I told you so. I hate it when
I'll
he
have
does
you
that.
know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property.
Rufus Shinra and his wife. Oh wait, no, wait, is that Scarlet?
So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Provided I didn't botch it with the rights. Ma'am Hannah in particular didn't look too pleased with what I did. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts. Well, if Ma'am Hannah hadn't just taken the papers and noticed the letter, nothing would have happened because I had selective amnesia. And that letter was a trigger.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
Yeah,
Really?
super happy.
And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, it was really stuffed in the sofa? Did they say that before? Did I made it up? Did I imagine it?
Or is it the wardrobe this time?
He meant that as a joke, but how close it is to the truth made my blood run cold and my own heartbeat a heavy head weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my back feels a whole lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension. I shouldn't have stuffed it in the sofa. That lady sat down and notices him, and by then it was a clusterfuck.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
To find a chain letter written in probably blood.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
Like?
Things.
Chain letters?
Did they do anything? Your clients. The rights, was it?
I can't answer that. Change the subject or light it. It's not without revealing everything that took place in the attic. So let's change the subject because I don't want to lie to him. I might be dating him and don't know, or he might be dating Becca and I might need to show him the letter later so he can die. So let's
You keep
change the
asking me
subject.
about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours. That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
An exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. Besides, it never works with him. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it or because he's just really very good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a glance over me and returning it back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Are they really detectives? Outside, the sun has already started its descent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash has taken the longer route. Wait, are they actors? Odd, but he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
Oh, he flirts in memes. That earns him a soft punch to his arm. Wait, relationship says new. And I've got more likes with Ashton. Oh. I'm gonna check the branching tree. Guys, do yes? What the fuck? Oh, so yeah, there is one thing with the thingy and one at the top and then story, and I missed something and I went up. I'm going to go that one and I might die, or I can continue. Is there another one that I might die? Oh fuck, holy. And this is just chapter 1. Whoa, nice. I think that is death. Is that the ghost? Is that the close your eyes and pray? Maybe. Okay, now I'm interested because I'm on the path with the locking thing with no next thing to happen. That explained it beautifully. My English is chef's kiss. That earns him a soft punch to his arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I find most of them funny. It'll only make his head bigger. Stupid Ash.
All right. Lay
It's
off on
not
the
as if-
abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before?
He is a detective.
We've been trying
wow.
to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
And why did he say Zach's film? He recounts what he's been doing in that time they haven't seen each other. His usual work, the occasional small investigation, and the big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time we catch each other online. Although most of it are the trimmed down version, only things he can tell. He has always been careful about that. Even in the way he spins his answers to my questions, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it much. That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice because they kept slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining regardless. Hearing about crime and the misfortune of others has always made me happy. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him, even though I'm not back home and I could have done the job here. But you know, tomato. Well, nope, not really. Mama would have never allowed that. But the idea is still there, along with countless others I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in this manner, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. Oh yeah, because they were going to see a film. It's not Zach's film, as in he's the actor. Boom. Tommy. Pocket Chibi coming soon. Bat Cat soon. Point of no return. I just want to see Bat Cat. No. Back to the hood. Oh fuck no. No, back. That's just And then it says wanted on the side and has like a ghost. Point of no return. And that's probably Hannah. It looks more like Marianne in the poster. And I just want to see Bad Cat. Small crowd has already formed in the front of the theater when we arrive. The Lift Fest, short for Luxembourg Independent Film and Theater Festival, attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year is no different. Look at the crowd. Such a big crowd with 6 of them. I've only been to a few indie films screening with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter. But I know that for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Or like Zach, oh yeah, I don't understand these people's jobs, I really don't. He hasn't even won good his movie in this year's lineup. Already put a grin on his face for a week, so wait. Zach's the director, actor, whatever in a film. Ash is the guy is a teacher. I think that's it. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 feet, he appears to him over most of the moviegoers, and with his large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass by. Why are everyone that she knows like big, like tall woman, like big men, like why? It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I checked her profile page. She's 5'2". Everyone and anyone is taller than her, because that's my height, and anyone and everyone under the age of like 10 is taller than I am. I did back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard once early in their friendship.
There's Zach.
Also, that's Zach.
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
Zach's face lights up with a smile on his own. He moves towards us with careful steps, taking a significant effort to make himself smaller so as to not bump or accidentally hit anyone. Oh, that's so sad. Typical Zach. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting.
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
Oh, that's painful. The awkwardness that descends within the immediate vicinity of our small group is palpable enough. Somewhere to our left, a girl giggles, and only then do I become aware of my mouth hanging open. I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now. Zach
Don't
seems
stop
to be...
trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
There's fondness underneath his exasperated tone. No, it doesn't. Look at that face. He's angry. And look at Ash. She's like, oh shit, I fucked up. If this were any other person, he'd likely be offended, but years of friendship and familiarity have made those words soundless to the other's ears. Oh, yeah, that's... I've got no words. I mean, be offended. Or at least enough for both to take it in stride. You shouldn't just be comfortable with bullshit.
It's been a while, Zach.
I mean, why can't you tell your friends, stop the bullshit? It's not funny.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
What the fuck is chicken down?
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
What the
You
fuck is chicken down?
really have no idea.
What the fuck is chicken down? Beat passes and then sack
Hey,
loss.
I'm kidding! You know you can always count on me.
This is why you always end up in the hospital. Is the story only the two of them are private too? Every now and then, Ash randomly sacks up on something. Megan and I never really found out what the real deal is with those adventures. Sorry, as Ash calls it, and both are willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement that they're both ghost hunters, and this is why they are in this story. She insists that if it's Ash, it's like it's not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that, but sometimes I wonder real hard. Ah well, boys will be boys, I guess, and this is why they do dumb shit. I give Zach a small wave from behind Ash when his attention eventually turns to me.
Bella!
See, what's up, Loca?
Rebecca's not with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning.
Oh, you wanted
You know
to
she
see
doesn't
Becca.
listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
Oh wow, way to make Zach feel bad. And it's true, they've known each other far longer than any of us in the group, childhood friends.
But don't
and all.
worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie.
Isabella! Oh, thank goodness!
Speak of the devil. Without warning, he hand grabs me by the shoulder and
Becca,
turns me around.
you're just in time.
I have to lean back a little with the way her face is almost invading my personal space, but she places her hand on either side of my head and keeps me still. Rose called me. You'll fall down the stairs. She stares at me intently, concerned, filling her eyes.
You're squishing my face.
How are you? Are you alright?
Why wouldn't I be?
Rose called me earlier.
Oh shit. See? Those 4 words tell me all I need to know. Is I don't have my family living close by, and the other only relative I have here works on the far side of the country. I gave my company Becca's contact number in case of emergency. I should have known Rose would call her. I pushed Becca's hand away from my face, although she lets go. Her eyebrows remain drawn together. Why are we here? We should be in the hospital. Conclusion.
Oh, no.
Conclusion.
Everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Beside me, Ash snickers. I bite back the urge to elbow him in place and trying to avoid Becca's hand as she tries to reach up for the said area. I move to touch her, all at once moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using just a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that.
Yeah, you know, unconsciousness.
You blacked out? It's not something to brush off. Come on, at least let me check it.
It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
It looks like you have a second head, honey.
She
Please
did look
let me
pale
look at
when I
her.
saw her.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I told you, and you went running.
I'm
so...
sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Something crosses Becca's face, but it's coming before I can figure out what it is. Oh, are you jelly?
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
Becca? I know that you're jelly, but you're jelly because of who?
See? I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
Also, Becca, I have a letter for you.
We can always watch it some other time. Sorry, Zachary.
No.
No, it's good.
No, he wanted to see you.
But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
I shoot him a bleeding look. Zach's a sensible guy. He'll understand. Please
Not really.
understand.
But Rebecca has a point. In the end, I think it's your call.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
I mean, seriously, Zach asked for you and everything, and here you are getting yelly for I don't know which of the two, and you're ignoring Zach, and it's his day. Let's make it his day.
You're not missing it. Oh, we're just moving it on a different day so we can have a...
Look, you guys.
Ash is lost sight of especially cause of the conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks, something he usually does when he's
If
getting
she says she's
impatient.
okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
Oh, now I
I'm
know
not.
who you're jelly of.
But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. When at last she releases a deep breath and nods, but with great reluctance, I immediately tackle her into a
Thanks,
hug.
Becca.
I have a letter you
It's
with you need
always
to
been
see
you
later.
and him, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
Did you say something?
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
Fuck you,
If
Becca.
you say so.
You're not my friend, are you, Becca?
Okay, guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside.
Never mind the fact that I'm going to show you a letter later as soon as I have the chance. And Zach, buddy, you're nice. I feel bad for you because you're after Becca. At least I think you are. So let's say you spend the afterlife together and I will show you a letter. Because I don't think I have anyone else to show it to. Sorry.
Anyone here has a smaller bill?
I think I do. Hold on.
Pull myself up from Becca to get my wallet from
What's
my bag.
this?
And what's this? No, Ash, no. Behind him, Becca and Zach are both given the piece of paper and intrigued look. Ash, no. It's all balls.
No! Give it back!
It's just a paper.
I don't care! Give it!
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
I tried to retrieve, but he holds the paper way above his head. Well, I know that I will be over the quota, but Ash, no. I've never been particularly sensitive about my own height, but right now I really wish I have that advantage.
Don't
over him.
open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. Hold on a second. This is, isn't it?
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Okay. Now I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like that.
The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. Oh, fuck. Achievement unlocked too early for Halloween. I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Vaguely, I note how my hands are trembling at my sides. Clasping them together doesn't do any good. They are still shaking, but I hang on to them regardless. It's a fucking chain letter. I just can't get over it. The awful sick weight that has taken its core in my stomach back in the open house returns full force. This was the first person that received a chain letter felt like. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone please. Today is turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Ash waves the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its contents. I don't need to see. I don't want to see. The letters, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind, along with the feet. Maybe I should have just thrown it away when I had a chance. That
It's
way,
not a prank.
That way, it makes all of them stop. Even I am surprised with how steady my
What did
voice
you say?
is.
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed.
I'm the
You've
one
gotta
that
be
said
kidding
zombie.
me.
Fuck you, Ash.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
When you see a fucking rotting
It's
zombie
not a joke.
and fall off the
Will you guys
stairs,
listen to me first?
tell me it's a joke.
I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have.
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up. There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
Okay, this is before the
It
stairs.
happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other.
The fuck is in the same
When
house?
Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm
Get out of Ash's sand and stuff it back in my bag with more force if necessary. I'm tired. I got cursed or a ghost, probably lost a sale, got kicked out of the open house. I'm supposed to be hosting. My own friends won't believe me, and none of them think I'm crazy. To top it all off, there's a dull ache at the back of my head, begging for a little attention I can't afford to give right now. Honestly, there's only so much a person can take within a single day. I just want to go. Zach rarely ever raises his voice, even when there's a point he wants to drive home, and hear him take on that tone completely throws me up. Oh my god, it's his time. Even Ash and Becca. Whatever harsh words yet to come out from the argument, we had to die on our
Why
choice.
don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her.
Okay, you know what? Zach, I'm not gonna. I know you saw it, but I wouldn't have shown you the letter.
And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together? We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat. Please.
He has a point. Ash, for all his attempts to look long distance, has also been looking forward to this. He even took the time to call this morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca too. I'm pretty sure that's another reason why she got out of bed today. Yet despite Zach's attempt to guide things up, or Ash's and Becca's acquiescing gestures, the tightness in my chest remains. I should have just kept it to myself, or at least went with the idea that it's a prank. If I did, things might not have turned out the way they had. No sour mood, no bad vibes. Careless, so careless. I'm going to stay for the movie because I'm not... Okay, part of me says I don't want to go home and die alone, but because that's what's probably gonna happen. But maybe the crotch lady will appear in the middle of the cinema. Zach's so nice. Let's stay for the movie just because Zach's a good friend. Any other day, I'd excuse myself and go straight home. But this is something special to Zach, something he worked so hard to bring to life. I should know better. I might be having a bad day, but being with the few people I care about far outweighs the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a tantrum alone in my room. And what if the thing in the attic follows me home? It might be following me to the theater. You know what? I don't want to be left with my thoughts either. I can see it whenever I close my eyes. And maybe if I stay, let our heads cool down first before telling them what happened, they'll listen to me. There's nothing you can solve with a calm head. One step at a time, Isabella. That's what Mama used to tell me. Besides, I don't have the heart to ditch Zach. Yeah, me neither. I was going to see if I died, but he's nice. I smile is back on my face when I look
If
back
we
at
keep
them.
arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
You are... Well, yeah, that's why they call you Ash Hole in the caption says in there. This time I reduced an elbow straight to his stomach. Stupid Ash, being virtually challenged as his perks
What
do.
was that for?
Stop
Because-
calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
Oh, don't cry.
Yeah,
Stop
that's-
it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too! If you repeat that, I swear I'll...
Let's just go.
Without another word, Becca goes inside. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I call after her. She is not a friend, Bella. I'm telling you right now, she is not a friend. Ash and I exchange looks at that, the same question lightly swimming inside our minds. She's jelly for someone, and I'm pretty sure it's you, Ash. Because she made comments that erased me. Did something happen at school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? I'll try asking her about it later, I guess.
So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food, I promise.
But you'll miss it!
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember?
He's so
I'll be in
low.
there soon.
One friendly tap on my shoulder and then he's gone. Few moviegoers are still milling about. Some are still waiting in line for tickets, but otherwise most of the crowd are already inside. There's new relationship and I want to see. Zach is better, Rebecca is less, and Ashton has some pluses. And if, yes, Zach's the one that I already had most relationship with. Maybe Rebecca would be nicer if the relationship is better. Maybe. There's nothing much for us to do here now. Not a word of protest comes from me when Ash gestures for the two of us to head inside.
And then?
Are you sure it wasn't one of the cleaning crews?
Absolutely sure.
Somehow halfway through the movie, the conversation steered towards what happened in the mansion. To be fair, Zach was the one who brought it up again. In his own movie's premiere, now the film's just serving as a background noise while we're speaking in hushed tones, careful not to disturb anyone inside the small hall. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. they're all seeing this one because there were 6 people, and the kid, we cannot see the kid because the chairs are too big. So everyone, that crowd, came to see that movie. Good. I just hope we don't end up arguing about it again. We'd all get kicked out for sure. Though with how loud Ash's voices is, we'll probably get thrown out way before any argument happens. I believe in these things. Why are you saying he in this? Why is he in this conversation again?
I heard what you said, but it's a small room. There are a lot of things someone else could have done there without your knowledge.
You know, like put a fake zombie, full-bodied, that would appear around them.
If I could see it up close, maybe I can...
I am not going back there.
Ain't that a problem if you're hosting an open house?
Rose does the first floor tour.
I ain't sure ghosts can be restricted to one room, Bella.
It wasn't in the first room. It wasn't. How do you do floors? There's a place in the world that calls the second story the first floor. Is that what's happening? Is that why the... Oh shit, that's what happens. That's what's happening. Do you know there's ground floor and first floor? And all this time I was going like, they're the same thing. It's the ground floor because it's in the floor, in the soil, on the earth. But it's also the first floor because that's what I always called it. And oh my god, my brain just exploded. I don't know what part of the world they're talking about right now, but it's a place where the second floor is called the first floor. Yeah, I think that's it.
There are no ghosts, Zach. Stop putting useless ideas in her head.
Yeah, but I was thinking, maybe all the house needs is a blessing. Wasn't it left uninhabited for years?
Oh my god, they're going to go with the smoke thing and do smoke thingies. Oh, the house did change hands over the years from one distant relative of the Ermengardes to another. None of them bothered to live in it, though, and it remained that way up until its current owners decided to sell it. Why didn't I think of that?
I didn't peg you as the religious type, Zach.
He's not.
Nothing like that, Ash. Who knows, though? It might bring something positive to the place.
Because he's always the one that says that doesn't believe, that brings out the blessing and stuff.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't know where I could find someone.
Because somehow they always go with the herbs and stuff, and then they just spice up the rooms, and that ain't Catholic. that ain't religious. That's just, well, it's religious, but the other type of religion.
You're not seriously considering his suggestion, are you?
Yeah, we just need herbs.
Do you have a better idea?
How about pepper and basil, some oregano?
I know where. I could contact him for you if you want.
Wow, Zach.
You do that?
Or we can find you a psychologist instead.
There are very few times in my life where I wish my lovers can kill. This is one
Ash,
of those.
that is not a very appropriate thing to say right now.
We have to be supportive.
No, wait, that's not what I meant.
Huh? I missed something.
Ethnographer. I meant ethnographer. This guy's a psychologist too, of course, if you...
What the fuck's an ethnographer? And I missed a joke somewhere.
Ashton, if you don't stop.
Is it a translation joke?
Rebecca knows the guy I'm talking about too. She can vouch for him.
Rebecca isn't talking to us. Rebecca tears her eyes away from the screen at the mention of her
what?
name.
Oh, are you talking about Professor Andrew? He used to work with my parents at the university. And can you guys keep it down?
Sorry, the scaredy cat here mentioned curses. Not that I'm saying this is one, but talking to him is a better solution for me than getting a random priest to bless an old house. He'll even help you figure things out, teach you a couple things. And probably put your fears to rest, since this looks to be bothering you a lot.
Ash might be right too, however, what Zach suggested is something I'm more familiar with. Granted, they don't believe me, they're only giving me these suggestions to put my mind at ease, but it's better than being ignored or being laughed at. I mean, on one hand, I can come talk to a priest and bring a blessing when I don't even own the house, or I can go to a professor that apparently studies curses or shit like that. I don't know what an ethnographer is. and learn about it. I can take comfort in knowing they are willing to hear me out.
So, what do you think?
It's your call. We'll go with whatever you want.
I don't know.
Meet with the priest. Meet with the professor. My mind say go with the priest. But it also says what happens if I go with Indiana Jones and meet with the professor. Oh shit. Do I go with the priest and enter a house that is in mine outside work hours, even though I don't know real estate agent hours? Or do I go meet with the professor with a chain letter, an antique chain letter, and keep cursing people? I'm already over my quota of cursed people. Let's curse some more people with, because when I said I'm like, yes, let's curse all
I'll
the
think
people.
about it, but if ever, I'd like to give talking to Andrew a try. Is that okay? Won't he have other things to do?
He doesn't know me.
He is a bit busy, but he'll make time for me. He's my go-to person when I'm stuck in something.
What the fuck?
He won't mind if I bring a friend with me this time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
If you're sure.
That makes
Guess
sense.
that settles it then.
Guys, I said keep it down. You keep insisting that we still watch it, yet you're not even paying attention yourselves.
Wow, Becca.
It ain't a big deal, Rebecca. I'm the one who broached the subject in the first place.
Plus, I made the movie.
It's still your film, Zachary. A good film, mind you. You worked hard on this. The least we could do is watch it with you.
You already paid the ticket. I mean, you already gave their support.
And that's what you're all doing. I really appreciate all of you making time for this.
Sorry, Becca. We'll stop now.
I throw her an apologetic look. Even if Ash is the one she should be reprimanding, but her attention is already back on the screen. She's ignoring us again. When Becca's acting this way, there's a big chance something's nagging at her. Let me do save. Okay, we need to talk. And I keep forgetting. Okay, override it. And let's see my relationships. Ashton has pluses, and I haven't lost Zachary. Okay. We all fall into comfortable silence after the kind only you can share with people you're most at ease with. For the first time today, the letter lays forgotten in my bag, if only for a few hours. Night has fallen by the time we exit the movie. Despite the late hour, the streets are still bustling full of people, those about to head home, those set to meet someone, even those simply wandering about. Look at that crowd. Walking in this sea of unfamiliar souls. Yeah, a sea. It strikes me how easy it is for one to get lost in a city as nondescript as Luxborn. I was afraid too, at one point back when I was new and had to set foot in this place. Now with familiar faces walking with me, it feels a little like home. Second Ash bid us goodbye shortly before Becca and I crossed to the other side of the street. The former claiming he's got a few freelance jobs to take care of before the day ends. And Ash? Who knows? He never tells. Sometimes he'll just randomly appear at your doorstep looking for a place to crash. He does that to Zach a lot, much of the latter's frustration. Is he really a detective? Is he? Do we know? How do you know? But he's a busy guy too, in spite of the laid-back air he gives
Thanks for
off.
today, everyone!
No problem, Zach. I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Huh?
Ooh, the whispers are back. A sensation. Cold, sickening, drowning. My chest tightening, breathing becoming labored. I can taste blood in my mouth. The edges of my vision blurs. In the distance, amidst the countless nameless people going about their lives, a voice reaches out to me. Bleeding, even as I clench my eyes tight and clasp my hands around my ears. Whispering, and whispering, and whispering. Calling out. Oh God, that whisper.
No, not me.
Somebody.
Isabella? Earth to Isabella?
At her voice, the whole world slowly snaps into place. The murmurs gone. When I open my eyes, Becca raises an eyebrow at me in question.
Weren't you listening? Are you coming with me?
Aren't they both gone?
Oh, yeah. Just. Okay. Sorry, I spaced out.
You always do that.
Oh, wow. I follow her without complaint, but not before sneaking around to the far end of the street, where the voice came from. Another set of eyes might be staring at me. Nothing. There are only Zach and Ash watching over us as we head back to our pickup parked her car. If I'm expecting to see something or someone there, I try not to let it show. Try not to think of the tiny pinpricks of fear crawling at the pit of my
See
stomach.
you guys some other time.
Yeah, see ya.
Another glance, and with a final wave, we go off our own ways. I don't know what I saw. I don't know what I heard. I don't want to know. And if this is what would help me sleep tonight, what would give back the normalcy in my life, then so be it. Ooh, October 22, Saturday. The darkness closes around me, grasping, pulling, engulfing me. The ground caves in, and without warning, I'm falling. Oh, wow, my house is a mess. My eyes snap open. For an instant, it doesn't immediately register where I am. And then I see all that garbage at the top. Oh my God, that gives me shivers. That's my real nightmare. I hate the dishes and shit and plates in my room. Look at that trash can. No wonder Becca was concerned. That ain't fucking healthy. Look at the size of that noodle cup. Both my back and shoulders ache after I've fallen asleep or hunched up the night before. Drenched in sweat, the nest of pillows I often keep around me feels more suffocating. Yeah, is there shit under the bed? Yes, there is. And I'm not talking about the shirt. Look at that open thing with, I think it's chopsticks also. I let my eyes adjust to the bright morning light streaming through my window and allow my breathing to slow down before untangling myself from the pile of garbage. What the fuck, woman? I haven't had a single dream since coming to Luxmore, or at least none that I can recall having. That's weird. It's a shame because they used to be so vivid. Not the crazy vivid, but the more pleasant kind I'll tell my siblings about. I dream in color. Do people dream in color? And I read someone that you don't dream with sound. I remember sound. My nightmares have sounds and special effects for some reason. Maybe it's just the stress of living alone. The knowledge that I'll always wake up in an empty apartment with no one to tell stories to.
What time is it?
A habit forces me to look over at the clock, even with my soreness weighing heavily on my shoulders and the compulsion to never leave my bed for the day. Well, that happens every single day. It's called having responsibilities and don't wanting to be an adult. It's 5. In a heartbeat, I'm up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep. Towel! Where's my towel?
It says 5, right? Admittedly, it's a weekend, as an unspoken rule that entitles me to extra hours of sleep. But if Rose didn't kill me yesterday, she sure as hell will now. And right after what happened, oh Lord, 1 box of donuts as peace offering won't be enough the second time around. Right in my towel, I'm already a few short steps away from the bathroom when a muffled ringing breaks out from my bag. There's a moment of indecision at first. My mind conflicted whether I should just ignore it or answer it. But what if it's Rose? Or worse, our boss? She. In the end, the rational part of my brain wins out. The letter from yesterday picks out when I pull the device out. Just the sight of it is enough to put me in a foul mood, and it takes every force of will for me to ignore it in favor of answering the call. Oh my God, it's Mama. The call is Mama. It's around 4:45 p.m. in the Philippines right now.
An unusual time for them to call.
Usually it's around noon time here, and I'm the one calling, not the other way around. Better for them to use that money on something else than an international call. regardless, in the most cheerful tone I
Hello?
can gather.
Hello? Grace? How are you?
What the fuck is my name?
Mama! I'm doing okay. How are you guys over there?
We're good, we're good. EJ won a storytelling contest at school the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
There's a tired little tenor voice that she speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. I wish there's something I can do for her, like sending part of my paycheck. But from miles away like this, the least I'm able to do is not make her worry or send in part of my paycheck when I have a paycheck. If only my older brother would actually lend her a hand, but Lord knows if that'll ever happen. I mean, I can lend her a hand, money-wise, but if my older brother could do it. Oh, sorry, Kuya Jordan's already out drinking right now. Wow. Again, I can't count on my older sister either, knowing she has a family of her own. And well, Ate, 8. I'm gonna call her Ate because 8. Ate Ann's financial situation isn't exactly great right now, having run herself knee-deep in debt.
Great! That's great! Tell him congratulations from me. And let him know I'm gonna send him a little something extra this Christmas. How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay?
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy.
Wait, if I don't... Oh yeah, the time keeps going. Look at that.
And Papa? How's Papa doing?
It's a subject I'm a bit hesitant to broach. And the way Mama's voice hitches, she doesn't want to bring it up
Papa.
either.
Grace, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite, he's having trouble swallowing, and lost a few pounds. But the doctor said we should keep encouraging him. It just means his body's accepting his new treatment well. The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
And by the way, have you sold any houses?
Oh, I see. That's good.
I won't deny that life has gotten tougher for our family. It used to be easy back when Papa was in good shape. But ever since he was diagnosed with a sickness 5 years ago, he had been unable to provide for us. Now, the burden of feeding 8 mouths and settling Papa's bills all rests on my shoulders. Although Mama makes a little, accepting sewing and laundry jobs in our neighborhood, it's scarcely enough to cover the costs of day-to-day living, let alone the bloating hospital bills. We can't even expect help from our own government because the health insurance there barely covers anything.
I'm sure he'll get better soon. Is he well enough to talk? Do you think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Silence. I start to think that the call got cut.
Listen, Grace. Maybe it's better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital. Somewhere cheaper?
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
No, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good. Even the doctors. But I'm worried you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
No, I'm just,
Mama, we've been through
selling
this
creepy
before.
houses.
I want the best for Papa. And don't worry about the bills or the medicine, or me for that matter. I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Hopefully. If not, then I'll find another way. She doesn't need to know that. Sorry, Mama. You told me not to lie. Just look at what
I'll
I'm
have money to
doing.
send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. And there's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition, too.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate it. We all do. But I just wish you'd come home to us soon.
Kailan Ka-uwi? When are you coming home? EJ, the youngest, used to be the only person asking me that. How do you respond to a question you don't have a definite answer to? 5 years later, and I still can't give them a straight one. I smile, though Mama can't see it. I fight to keep my lips from quivering and my voice from shaking. She's got enough on her plate as it is. Don't need to weigh her down with unnecessary
Promise
concerns.
me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
There's a small commotion on the other end, the sound of gates opening, the voice of a child, EJ, talking excitedly about this day at school, the tapping of feet on the floorboards as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I can still picture the whole scene in my mind. How tall is he now? Are the neighborhood kids bullying him now that I'm not around? Did Mama rearrange the furniture in the living room again? What are they having for dinner today? I'm looking at your family. You're gonna die, bitch. I miss them. I miss them
It's
so
okay,
much.
Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today. I'll call again soon, alright?
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take care of yourself, dear. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
It ends with a soft click, leaving the half-truths and empty promises hanging in the air. Closing my eyes for a moment, I take a deep breath and shake away the thoughts beginning to swim inside my head. There's going to be a ghost. It's pointless to over these things right now.
Okay, Isabella.
Oh.
Time to get that mansion sold.
Fortunately, before I can take a single sip away from my phone, it rings again. Know that Mama forgot
Mama?
to say something.
Did you forget anything?
Excuse you? I'm too young to be your mom. Are you still sleeping? Hold on, never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry!
Office? What about the open house? Oh no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Oh god, oh god, oh god! I'm gonna get yelled at, aren't I? What do I do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts if—
No, it's nothing like that. Will you calm down? Get yourself here, all right? I'll tell you everything then.
There's still two units of row 3 shuffling against the wooden floor and an instant yelling in the background before Rose causes a connection. That isn't in any way comforting, but it's enough reason for me to hastily discard my phone and finish my shower in record time. I make it to our office within 20 minutes of leaving my apartment, completely disheveled and out of breath. If I take into account my usual travel time. Routine, clamor, common to Briar Realty Corporation's Duxford office greets me as soon as my foot crosses the threshold. Papers rustling, telephones ringing at sporadic intervals, agent talking, and varying volumes, staff moving
Where
around.
the hell is C? Where are my employees? What the actual fuck, guys? Of all the times to disappear without note.
My boss's words turn muffled as someone closes the door to his office, likely the work of our HR manager. Throughout the past week, he's been in a bad mood over a few employees who have failed to report to work. I hear they're still trying to get a hold of them, but to no avail. The result is half their workload have been shifted to all available staff so as to not lose clients. Oh my god, people are disappearing. Not that I mind the extra work. If anything, it means I'll have more to send my family back home. Although the rumors of a branch closure circulating because of this is indeed a bit worrisome. My back barely touches the top of my table when Rose
Here,
pulls me aside.
I need you to help me with these papers. If you could also get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
One after another, she throws a bunch of paperwork in my hands without explanation. Page rolls away from the top of the pile and lean down to pick it up, my eyes scanning the top of the page as I straighten. A purchase and sale agreement. Rose simply gestures her thumb in the direction of our visitor lounge, and I tilt my head in question. There, seated on the sofa and looking completely out of place in the humbly decorated room, is the same couple from the day before. The Wrights. Something bubbles up in my throat. Their presence in the office only
They're
means one
buying
thing.
it? We got a deal?
She swats at my hand, turning her sleeve, although her eyes are alive with something akin to joy. She wants this sale to happen as much as I do, and now that it's here, the deal needs to be closed. Yet documents need to be signed still, but the elation is there. Along with the foreboding feeling I can't
I had to do a little
pinpoint.
damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property. Even before they attended the open house. I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madam Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once.
They're paying 15% higher than the listing price. As long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible. I think if we allow it, they'll be paying up front, too.
Even with that urban legend.
Rose nods.
I was so sure we lost the sale after yesterday.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Please. I'll happily do that. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal...
Don't they have better things to spend money on? I'd haggle it down to the lowest possible price if I were in their place, especially with the stories attached to it. Not that my opinion matters one bit here. We're just their agents who are going to receive the hefty commission, after all, nothing more. Rose gives me a pat on the shoulder, signaling that she's heading back to them, almost broke an instruction for me to follow after I'm done. It doesn't take me long to finish what work she left me. In fact, having our boss sign the agreement is the easiest, since he has put him in a better mood to the entire office's relief. Ma'am Hannah calls me over the moment she notices my presence at the lounge door. Her lips are twisted in a frown. She doesn't seem particularly happy to see me, and I'm not surprised. Who wouldn't be? I almost created a scene. Mr. Wright, however...
Why, if it isn't the little Lily? I trust you're feeling well now.
My name is Isabella.
It's Isabella, sir. Not Lily. I appreciate your concern. I'm feeling better now.
I don't understand why they can't get my name right. It's a fairly common name. It shouldn't be too hard to remember. Regardless, I hand him their copy
I
of the
believe
agreement.
I can take that. Thank you very much.
With how elegantly she plucks the paper off my hands, it is to think that there isn't any trace of irritation in her. But it is there, radiating her stiff stance and the way she sat standing at a fair distance from her husband, and the two look to be ignoring each other. Seeing this scene, it soon becomes clear to me that I'm not the one who has to put her in a bad mood. Did they fight? Most probably. I've seen it happen dozens of times with my previous clients. Shame, especially with their new mansion. I never did like it in my own mama and papa fight. I hope they'll make it up soon, you know. Apparently satisfied with what she's seen, Ma'am Hannah claps her hands together before extending it to us for a shake. Rose and I released the breath we've been holding, both of us more than happy to return
That
the gesture.
settles it then? Are you really sure about this property, ma'am? We could easily find you a bigger one among our current listings.
Something not haunted, perhaps? Rose shoots me a warning glance that says, "Don't make a scene." We're
Of
almost
course,
there.
why wouldn't I? The house is absolutely perfect.
A helipad would still be a nice addition.
Yes, well, we'll get there eventually, love. As I was saying, if your partner had the documents yesterday, we're ashamed she didn't have it.
Well, there's still a few necessary documents we need you to sign after. We'll be handling the process for the rest, so don't worry.
Within a week, I hope. We still have a housewarming party to plan, after all. You know.
There are servants for that, darling.
Love, servants or not, you're going to make people listen to your input nonetheless. No more than a week, ma'am. Barring unexpected delay, of course. You can leave it to us. Excellent. Well then, I'll leave you two to it. It's been a pleasure. Oh, and before we forget...
She's beautiful, something into both her hands and rings, a finger raised to her lips. To
What
my
happened the day
silence.
before was quite unfortunate. But you did that, at the very least, is... But this is... Ma'am, don't you worry, darling. Consider this your bonus for a job well done.
She smiles sweetly, like this is simply the most normal thing to do in the world, right here, in the office, with everyone watching. You dumb, daft bitch. Everyone saw it.
Oh, before I forget, my lovely interior designer would appreciate it if you hand her a copy of the floor plans as soon as possible. She's dying to work on the house.
Oh, wow.
You can do that,
Wonderful
yes?
use of words.
Certainly, ma'am. We'll have it processed as soon as possible.
I knew I could count on you, lovelies. I hope to see you two soon so we can get this closed.
Just like that transaction over and done with. My mind's still reeling after they've left, over their agents would kill to have clients like them. Part of me feels lucky about the fact no lengthy negotiations, no sudden change of minds. Just stock signatures, a few handshakes here and there, and we're done. The Shinra mansion has been bought. The other part, a second ago we sold a haunted property to two innocent clients. Sure, the commission's big enough to continue funding Papa's treatment and hospitalization, big enough to pay for all four of my younger siblings' schooling. Heck, it'll keep me away from instant noodle diet for months. I don't have to go back to the mansion as well once the deal has been closed, much to my sanity's relief. But knowing that something's in there, and we gave it to the good couple despite that, good couple. Always about other things you do to sell a house and get money. Papa won't be happy with that. I mean, I couldn't tell him about the corpse on the sofa. At least I have good news to tell him next time I go home. The little lie I told Mama this morning is not
Well,
lie anymore.
there's something. So how does it feel?
How does what feel?
Your first big multi-million-pound sale, silly. I know you've been with us for years, but this has got to be memorable for you.
Memorable is an understatement.
Come on,
Rose.
show some enthusiasm. They gave us a bonus, too. Aside from the commission and the other bonus boss promised.
Yes, we got a double creepy house bonus, but really...
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't
I
know.
don't know, send it home
All of
probably.
it?
Not everything, of course. Most of it.
Listen here, Isabella. I'll teach you something I should have told you before we ended your training.
She slings an arm over my shoulders and leans in closer to my ear as though she's about to share a big
It's
secret.
okay to celebrate from time to time.
I don't get it.
It's simple. Go out, do something for yourself. Throw a party and treat your friends to free food. Didn't you say the last one's some sort of tradition back at home for you? Hello, this is practically a done deal.
Isn't throwing a party a bit excessive?
Your call. I won't say no to an invitation, by the way, in case you really are planning to throw one.
I don't think my apartment's big enough for that.
You could always move? Bloody hell, you're working in real estate.
I think I'll pass. That's too much of an unnecessary expense for me.
Plus the dead bodies in the sofas.
But I did promise Becca free lunch in case the sale goes well.
You go do that. Hold on a sec.
She quickly removes herself from me to answer the phone on her desk. Her tone shifts from a playful to professional in
Today?
a few seconds.
Not a problem, ma'am. I could bring you a copy of the contract.
Must be another client. Nothing surprising there. She's one of BRC's top agents, no matter how modest she appears. Saleswoman through and through. I, on the other hand, have a little knack for it. Of course, I learned eventually I had to, but someone else will, without a doubt, do a better job. Once, though, in a drunken stupor, Rose told me sort of what could have been. Years ago, wide-eyed, young, and brimming with yet-to-be-fulfilled dreams and ambitions, she was a term or two away from a nursing degree. Out of courtesy, I never pressed on the matter further, but perhaps it's where the sense of fondness started. Small connection due to one similar experience in our respective lives. Of course, we both let pass us because of the circumstances we're in.
I'd be happy to discuss this over tea, ma'am. All right, I'll be there. Thank you.
New client?
Reassigned. Have you heard from Mark at all?
Not since the first visit to the mansion. Why? No news from the HR yet?
None at all. Boss thinks he ran away.
Okay.
I doubt it, though. He's too much of a wimp for that. There must be another reason. Who knows? Anyway, I've got to meet this one. I'll see you later.
She throws away for her shoulder as she rushes out of the office. The lunchtime bell sounds shortly after, followed by the chatter of fellow agents also heading off for a much-needed break. Ordinarily, there's no need for me to go out, but Ruby sleeping didn't allow me the luxury of packing my own lunch today. If one considers taking an instant noodle cup from my pantry, packing your lunch. Time to make good on the promise I made to Becca, I suppose. Maybe invite Zach and Ash too. In the end, only Becca and Zach could come. Ash, on the other hand, couldn't be reached. All of my calls went straight to his voicemail. He said it again, right here today, gone the next day. Oh well, he's lost. We have agreed to meet at a nearby cafe, the same one I frequent with Becca because it's cheap and they give away free bread around closing time. Quaint, a little old-fashioned, though looks a wee bit out of place amidst the city's tall buildings, but we love it all the same. Starbucks coffee. Much like its facade, the interior carries an antiquated charm to it. Vintage art pieces in a row of shelves, boasting an extensive collection of books cover the walls. It would have been nice to hang out here for hours on end, but even on a weekend, the place is still packed with people. Yeah, packed with people, because there are no seats left. I can see that clearly. Thankfully, Becca and Zach have already found seats and are engaged in some casual chatter when I arrive. They are yelling from one sofa to the other. It's strange seeing them, the two of them without Ash accompanying the other. They've never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, laugh at the same things when there's something funny, but there's distance, the kind born purely out of differing interests. That or Zach's simply afraid of Becca. It's not impossible, and I won't blame him if he is. He might be the tallest in our group, but everyone knows that it means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I am a little scared of her.
Zach!
She's a bitch.
Becca!
Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened? I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
Don't rush me. Let's order food first, okay?
Waitress comes by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca will order a hearty serving of their special vegetarian sovis. Zach takes anything with a good helping of meat, sausages or potatoes in it. But today's a good day, great even. It's not wrong to indulge a little.
Today's special. For the 3.
When the person during town order looks surprised at today's meal choice, she rises it nevertheless and leaves without a comment. Becca furrows her eyebrows, her mouth halfway open, ready to loose, but slightly just
Don't worry, it's my treat.
She sends what reminds me the one I received from Mama when I punched a kid bullying my younger brother 18 years ago. Naturally, I never did it again after she made me apologize the next day. But Becca's far from being my mom. A small sheepish grin is enough to turn that frown into a defeated sigh. Food arrives in the middle of a funny story from Zach, putting the rest of the conversation on hold as we are each served our order. It isn't anything fancy. Pan-roasted sea bass with citrus-dressed asparagus and a portion of mashed potatoes on the side. Well, at least that's what the daily special board says. I never did pay attention to it whenever I come here, since they price whatever is written way above what I'm willing to spend on food on a single day.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
You're always hungry.
Hey, not all the time.
Just when I have to leave for noodles.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
I always
Not
do
on
that.
purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worthy.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
Some green bricks out of my face.
I'm sorry,
except-
say that again.
And this is important because...
Oh, wow. Becca only raises an eyebrow at me. While Zach appears like he didn't get the punchline, then out to another lame joke Ash made. And he's desperately searching for someone to explain it. Our instant noodle days are over.
Let me do that again. Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
Ash said, you sink in. Their expression goes from sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. That's
You
so
heard me
okay.
right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
Seriously?
Hold it, Belle. You sold the house?
The haunted
Yep.
house.
Which house is this? In Anselm Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh, wow. That's...
She was out of her mouth, but she's not, and she gives the impression of someone who has heard something unbelievable and is still forcing her brain to absorb it. Did she think we wouldn't be able to sell it? Have some faith in me, Becca. I'm not your best friend. Or am I not your best friend? Or
You
what?
don't
Did she
believe
tell
me?
you she's not your friend? You don't believe me? The words stumbled out of my mouth before I could stop them. I've been trying to avoid bringing up yesterday's little spat and judging from the me and my stupid
I'm
mouth.
sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you. But don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
Shit, I didn't tell you. This bitch and her husband, they already contracted an interior
It
designer.
happens from time to time.
Yeah, but look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something. What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know, they're a fraud, or they suddenly back out? Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Bitch, you already got some
Rebecca
money.
does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
Pressure me into it, more like. I'm not going to tell Becca about not knowing her.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
The Wrights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it. At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Something as in...
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
I'm more surprised you accepted it.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
You don't really think they believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle. Well, there's you.
Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
A laugh almost escapes my mouth with the way Zach's expression quickly changes to disappointment. Becca said interrupts me just as I'm about to put her plate closer to me.
I'm kidding. Don't go all pouty on me again. I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
Okay, and now that sounds like a friend.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
I allow myself to smile, genuine and uninhibited. It's strange talking about this with other people, even those who have known you long enough. But today, things seem to feel a whole lot lighter with them here. Lunch passes in an enjoyable fashion. A laugh here, a playful job there, but most of it is spent on catching up telling stories about whatever's keeping us busy these days. You know what I forget to tell them? That the people in my job are disappearing, something we couldn't afford to do the day before, taking into account what happened. Even Becca's surprisingly chatty. If there's something in the sea as we ate. Zach, though, appears less energetic. While he's far from being the life of the party, he's definitely the type to keep quiet in a conversation with his friends. Apart from the few inputs, he's been silent the entire time.
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Zachary has a plus and Becca has a plus, so...
Huh? What? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today.
Is it about the reviews this morning?
I've been expression crosses Zach's face and almost immediately Becca retreats in her inquiry as though the man's look is enough of an answer for her. I look between the two of them. Did I miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a big secret? This way I don't like
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
Nah, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place. I should have expected it.
What reviews?
Becca glanced at Zach, her emotions so unsure that I was asking for his consent on the matter. With a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare voice it out. With Zach, he's always been better to wait, let him speak on his own. Becca too, to some extent, although with her explosions of temper are more common. In the end, he simply answered with a shift of his shoulder, gesturing for her to roll
It's his movie.
His head.
That doesn't explain anything.
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. It's still your documentary.
Oh shit, it's a documentary.
Is it something bad?
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining other people's jobs.
What the hell is a bowheads? From her tone rises in anger, it seems like he's the one slighted and not Zach. A sticker escapes me, which I promptly stamped down as soon as she sends me a hard look.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
What the fuck is a ball bag?
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out drivel, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say.
I don't ken. Oh my god.
If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something. If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
You're giving up.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
Oh my god, Zach,
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
I was at the table, setting the tableware on top, cleaning as see each other. I didn't notice when I rose from my seat. Oh my god, I am so over the top. Here I am, chest heaving, looking down at him in the same manner a teacher would at any unruly student. Becca is probably proud. Didn't mean to yell. There are some things which people like Zach aren't supposed to say. How exasperating. He, of all people,
It's just a
should know.
review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
An amused gleam in her eyes when I turned to her. What does she find so entertaining here? Help me hear your friend's about to quit his passion for a petty reason. I haven't read what those people wrote about his work, but a few scathing words shouldn't be enough to discourage someone. Oh, that's so sweet. Should know.
Failing
No,
means you're playing, Zach. Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at. I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
Look, as teachers, we know when something educational is really educational. If she's saying it is, then it is. Whatever I'm about to say gets lost in my tongue as I flush from embarrassment blows across my
It was a
face.
heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit?
What exhibit?
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
Except why you were so angry yesterday. You haven't said it.
Thanks, you two. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff. Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
There's no face at all. Only a poor imitation of a puppy dog eyes, if you could call this one.
Promise?
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys. Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now. Awards night ain't for another week.
That's all the answer I need from him. As sentimental as it sounds, there's fulfillment in knowing another person you know won't take the same path you've walked. It's not like it's over for me, though. I still have time. I could still come back, do my own thing, do what I really want to do. Surely once Papa recovers, once I'm done with everything. Inside my bag, my phone buzzes unexpectedly, breaking the pleasant afternoon lull. My dad just died. Oh, no. The screen shows Rose.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office?
Ha ha. Very funny, Rose. I'm hanging up.
Don't. I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
She states that as if it already explains everything. Then out of the blue, she launches a long rant about the awful state of Loxbourne's streets, all of which she says in a single breath that I can barely keep up and make a single word. I stay quiet if only to avoid becoming the next subject of her frustration. She's similar to Becca in
We're
that
stuck in
regard.
horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
You know, when the background changes, I'm going to save it and leave it there for today. Bloody stupid drivers. When she has finally run out of things to complain about and stops, what she says next still has none of what I'm hoping to hear from her. Just a big mumble plea for me to meet the rise interior designer in her stead.
Anyway, I'll leave it to you.
Classic Rose. She ends the call without even asking for my input. Okay, so it changed. I'm going to save, and I'm going to play it again some other day. Oh shit. Okay. I keep forgetting I need to do it to touch the triangle. Anyway, I'll leave it for here. I'll do some other broadcast some other day because it's been an hour and a half. Wow. Thank you for watching.